Hello everybody, it's Kelly, and today I have a page to do about wrapping presents, and forgot to grab my page from yesterday. So my page from yesterday is this one. It's the 2 4x6s, and I'll pull it out because I've got some thoughts on this. So I can start and do whatever I want, but I'm going to do a 2 4x6 page again. The reason being that I have a photo of most of my presents are wrapped. I have a few homemade gifts yet to finish, so those are not wrapped, but everything else is wrapped. And then I do this every year. I have for the past few years. It started out as a way just for me to stay on budget and to know how much I was spending, but now I also use it within my book. I keep a list of the people and either what I've bought them or some ideas of what I want to buy them on my iPad. And then as I get their presents, I write it down, you know, what it is and how much I spent on each of those people. And then in the end, I put a total. So it's a great way to sort of keep track of what I'm buying for people, which is really, really nice. And I have a pretty small family. I don't have a ton of presents that I have to do, which is, you know, for most of us, that's a big expense. And it's not that it's not a big expense. It's certainly not anywhere near what most people spend. Then every year, I usually use my wrapping paper in some form or another. And what I often do most years is that I take the receipts, I stick a piece of the paper that I've used in this 6x8 pocket, and then I put the receipts right in front of that. And then a lot of times I'll put a little something decorative here. And I talked about this in one of my previous videos. It's kind of nice because all the receipts are here, so that if I need to return a gift or if something happens, I have the receipts already. It's especially important with grandchildren's presents and those kinds of things. And then the other thing is, you know, it helps me look at budget and how that's going and that kind of thing. So plus I think it'll be interesting to look at in future years, like places that I was shopping or, you know, trends and that kind of stuff. However, this year, I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. I think I'm going to, and I talked about this, use this envelope here. And I stuck it in the 6x8 page protector when I thought, a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago, when I thought about using this, and I actually have 2 of these. I just stuck it in the page protector so that I wouldn't forget about it. And that envelope is from Pebbles here. It's printed bags is what it's called. I bought these on sale a while ago, and I have a lot of them. I think it came with 24. I know I haven't used anywhere near 24. But this, I think, is just going to be a fun little change. So what I'm going to do is I want to I want to put my receipts just in this little bag here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just punch the bag, and that bag will sit in my book, is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go grab my Crop-A-Dile again. And I'll put one hole in there and 2 holes in here, okay? So now if you wanted to, you could reinforce that. I don't think I'm going to worry about that. I think depending on how much your book gets handled, because these bags are actually fairly light, and if your bag gets handled a lot, I think that could be an issue. So now we have that figured out, at least partially figured out, because we have the where the receipts are going and how I want to do. And I definitely am going to want to decorate this in some way, shape, or form. I think what I'm going to do then, keeping in mind, we'll bring the page protector in now. Keeping in mind that, and I'm going to flip these, I think, or maybe not, because I think I don't like all that white sitting across from each other. And these pages will be across from each other. And then what'll happen is the receipts are going to fit right here. Now I still have this piece of wrapping paper to do something with. And what I think I'm going to do is not actually use this for decoration, but I want to keep a piece of it just in the book for my records, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'm just going to tuck it right in here. So this is a really easy way for me to see the kinds of wrapping paper I liked, or, you know, what things looked like. I've used snowflakes the last couple of years. That's just what's happened. All right, so this is what this looks like right now. And I definitely think I'm going to want to decorate this in some way, shape, or form. I have blue on here and I have green bows. I'm going to not do a ton of blue on here. And I'm also not going to do any journaling other than somewhere I'll stick a date and the day of 15, because it's very obvious what I've done here. I've wrapped presents. And, you know, the journaling is in what I've spent and that kind of thing. The one thing I think that I want to do is, and I've done this before, is I think I want to put some washi tape on this piece back here. And that's not going to be cooperative. Okay. And now this is going to be fun. I didn't write down where this washi tape came from, but I think, oh, I don't want to say that. I was going to say I think it's Queen & Company, but I'm not sure. And this washi tape actually goes pretty well with that stripe. It goes pretty well with that red there. Oh no. Okay, washi tape is not my friend today. Get rid of that. Okay, so then I'm gonna stand, and I got a piece of cat hair in it. All right, let's see if we can actually get this done. So I'm just going to take the washi tape, and what that's going to do is it's going to just take up some of the extra space at the bottom here, and it will also ground this and give me a place to put some decorations and some embellishments. Now I could, if I want to, echo that back up here. So I'm just going to keep that out there so that I think about that washi tape there. Presents. I do, let's see, I was just looking through my flare here to see what I had. I do have a little Santa button here that I could use, or I could use it up here because that would be kind of cute with the whole theme of, you know, the presents and that kind of thing. The other thing, and I could do that on here, and maybe come back with a little bit of, I don't know, maybe not. I was thinking come back with a little bit of green washi. Maybe what I would do is come back with some sort of label or something, and that's where I could write the date on it. The other thing is I was thinking about presents, and I do have these wood veneers from Ellie's Studio, and I think they're the December wood veneers that I'm going to bring in, and there are a couple of presents in this set here. So, you know, I could use that one. I could do this. I could also do some labels behind. I could put some on there. There's also a little wood veneer here that says special delivery. That's kind of cute. I don't know that I want words on this though, because there's already so many words. There's a little wood veneer that says ho ho ho. It matches some of the, there's a die cut that says ho 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 like that as well. Oh, and I just looked over and there's this little present here that says no peeking. So that could be cute on there. I'm not sure I'm loving the polka dot with the polka dot there. I think I liked better how I had that there. And the ho 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 is kind of like, you know, I'm Santa here or something. I certainly could do the Merry Christmas on this. Well, I kind of like that because it gets the wood veneer into the whole piece here, but then I need to get a label on here somewhere. And I did think, when I first brought my things out, I did think about doing this, which is kind of cute. And there's no wood veneer on here now, but I'm not disliking that together, even though I don't have that texture right. I think the red and the red. Maybe that's what I'll do. I kind of like this because it's something it's a little bit different and unexpected. And what I could do, instead of putting it right on the photo, is I could put the photo in here and then just put this on the outside, because I don't really need to see the details of the presents. It's not a fantastic photo, and I don't really care about that it is or isn't. And then that kind of ties the two Merry Christmases together. I like that the more I'm looking at this. Okay, and there is a little bit of blue, but we could put some, go to find some blue enamel dots again and do that. Do I want the little Santa button in there? It's hard, this is not very readable that way. The only question I would have is if I could use a little blue to tie back to that. Let's see. And this lays over here. How much of that do you see? You don't really see a lot. That is a lot of red though. So maybe I want some green in here somehow. And I just, oh, this might be interesting. Okay, a couple thoughts here. I just found this star. So that could be kind of cute. That's nice. I could do this tag as well. Then I'm thinking I might want some, if I do that, I might want some green over here. And I could put my number and my date there. Ooh, here's a little sticker that says making a list too. I like that. You know, I was just thinking that I need to pop this up, and I'm forgetting I'm working on my December daily, so I don't want to pop that up. But you see how my head automatically thinks in terms of layers, and I am layering right now, most definitely. There's a little 'Tis the Season banner too. I'm liking that because that fills up that area. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So first of all, let's get these pieces down that I like. I've gotten a couple wood veneers on here. I've used that Merry Christmas, which I like very much. And I think I'm going to put it off this a little bit and hide a partial of the dots there. Okay. Now the question is, how do I want that to look? And I think I like it right there. So I'm going to attempt to keep this in about the same place. Now I know that didn't work that well, did it? But I'm going to put this down, and this way I'll actually end up gluing down the star by doing this too. Okay, that's good. I'm going to glue that star down just a little bit here. And the nice thing about ATG adhesive is you can rub it off if it gets on something. Although when it's on a photo paper like that, you do see sort of some of the remnants of it. Okay, so we have that out there, and then I'm going to take this 'Tis the Season. And we're just going to put this up here. Okay. Alright, then back to this. I'll probably go grab some twine for that. So I'm going to just pop that circle out. A little distracting. Let me see if I like it better this way. I think I do. I'm not totally loving this now that I'm looking at that, but it is what it is, right? It's down. It'll give me a place to journal. Okay, so that's cute. Let me grab my twine. There's the red. And then I'll just do this. And I'm really liking that this wrapping paper layout is a little bit different than the last few years that I've done this. It's kind of nice to have something a little bit different in the book. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And now, just say I need a place to put the date, and I need a number here. And the number will probably need to be red, is my thought. How does that? Red works okay. I think I have a bigger number though here. And this is day 16. So let's see how this would work. These are Jilly Bean Soup Alpha beans. Might work better if I use something a little bit smaller and put it over here and then journaled in that spot, although I like the I do like the bigger 16. But I think it's just a little awkward. And I ran out of 1, so I'm using L's, an L there for a 1. Sarah Swan calls it when you take a letter and you make it into something else, like taking a C and putting a dot in the middle and making it into an E. She calls that MacGyvering. And I do it all the time. Okay, so I just ran out of 1s in my LE Studio red letters and number stickers there too. So let's see what I think about this. Or if I think I should put that somewhere else. You know, I'm just not liking that there, and I just saw another place that this might be able to go. And that's on this present. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so then what I'll do, really, I forgot about this part. Okay, so this can go in because any writing I'm going to do will go onto that tag. Now, this is the one that I used another one of these. I think it said Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. And these have a magnet on the back. So I'm going to need to take my foam tape to get this on my thing here, because that magnet will just show through. Let's see if, yeah, I think I have a little bit of a shadow. I'm gonna have to cut this very, very, very thin, like even thinner than I think it needs to be cut. There. Oh, well, it would help if I was putting it on the back though, not the front. You probably caught that. I did not, obviously. Okay. This one needs to be a little bit shorter so it fits into the C here. I'm just going to try to get a little bit on the end of each, and then maybe in that T as well. So I need a little piece there, and I need a little piece for the T. So let's see if we can get the T. Yeah, and now I need a tiny little piece for the S here. Maybe I'll put it there, thinking that that shows less. And then I have this tiny little piece left here, so instead of wasting it, I'm going to put it right there. And then I just thought of something. That magnet is not sticky, so I'm going to get another, oh, but it sticks to my scissors really nicely. I think I want to put another little tiny piece right there too. And I'm going to cut this red piece. I didn't tell you that. Sorry about that. I almost forgot. Is from Michaels. So, oh, this is where I wanted that to go. And one of the R's here. Okay, and then that will be able to sit just right on top. I'm going to squish this down all the way. And I'm thinking about tomorrow. I've got a big thing going on because I'm going to be at, or really, yeah, I'm actually, normally I do these a day after. Today I'm doing this on the day that I actually wrap the presents. So I'm thinking about tomorrow, which is day 16, will be a big day for me because I've got, oh, and I actually somehow managed to get myself bleeding there. Okay. So anyway, it's going to be a big day at work with the special event going on, and then I'm going out for a really nice dinner with some girlfriends, and I only have 2 pockets here, which if I even intend to journal at all is going to be a little hard. So what I think I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is I'm going to go back and I'm just going to take out one of my snap pockets here. And these are just little reminder things you can do for yourself. The other thing, actually, even easier than that, I'm going to grab a Post-it note. And I have done this before, like if you don't scrap every day, but you, if you don't do your December daily every day, but you have ideas, what I've done in the past is I've done things like where I'll put the photo in, you know, I'll choose my page protector, and then I'll put my photo in whatever pocket it goes in, and then I might write a little note about day 7, or even if I don't have the photo, you know, day 7, pocket on top, 4x6 card below, or, you know, card with Christmas gifts, that kind of thing. I'll put it right on the page protector and just stick it in my album. I've done that before. Most years I don't do my December daily every day like I have been. Basically, mostly, you know, obviously I did this layout today. Yesterday I actually did 2 of them because I happened to be off. So, but anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write myself a note here, and I'm going to write myself a note that says use snap pockets for extra photos. And that really could be a couple of different ways I could do that. Back to the snap pocket that I can't find where I put it now. Here it is. So what I could do, these come in 4x4, 4x6, and 3x4s. So I could just do the 4x6 right over the top, you know, of one of these. And I'll be able to get, with this alone, I could get 3 photos and a journaling card. And then I could do another page over here that's a little bit of a different arrangement for the fun I'm going to have at night. And that kind of depends. Sometimes I go do big things, like last weekend I did big things and I didn't really take that many pictures. But anyway, so there's a thought that I can do it this way. The other thing I can do, this is a little 3x4 snap pocket. And what I could do here, oh, that is, well, it would work this way, but I was hoping it would work this way, but it's not going to. So that's interesting. I'm going to check something out with these snap pockets here to see. Okay, so if you have these little 3x4 snap pockets, you can't, it doesn't fit in just the 3x4. They've like added the space at the top for them. So my thought is if you're going to do this, just keep in mind that your snap pocket will overlap whatever is below it. I guess they had to have some place to stick the little piece to stick it, now that I think about it. So that doesn't work so well in here. The 4x4 will be interesting too. I'm just going to check that out and see. I don't know that I've used a 4x4. I must only, yeah, see, I would have the same problem here, is that it's covering part of what's going on there. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. It works great on the 4x6 because here's a 4x6 right here, and I just stuck it, I just put it, that little extra piece in the binder piece, but you can't do that on like this page or on this page. So I guess these I could use on regular layouts. You know, if you had a 3x4 going this way, it would work great, but I guess you could use this on any other layout. So I'm just going to have to keep in mind that if I'm going to use the snap pocket, I have to do it on the 4x6 page. So what I could do for tomorrow for that other event is if I have a lot of photographs, I could do a page like this and do another snap pocket there. So this is tomorrow will be one of the bigger days, and then Sunday I might have a lot of photos as well. But sometimes what I do is like I did last weekend, I didn't take a ton of photos, but even with the ones I took, I just used 2 photos to represent what's going on, and then I'm going to scrap more photos on actual layouts, and I'll show you that layout again just in case you didn't see that. This is from last weekend when, oh, and I can show you this too. So here's my book put together. So this is last weekend. I went to a Christmas market and then we went out to dinner, and what I did here is these are just a representation of each event, and then and this one I think is the only photo I took at the restaurant. But with this one, I have other photos. I'm just going to do a larger layout with that. And then I didn't show you this because I forgot I had this until earlier this week. But this is the restaurant we went to, and it's their loyalty card. And they're talking about their program. So I just pulled it up because it has the restaurant name on it. And then I just wrote favorite and put some, or not wrote favorite, I put a favorite label on there and just put some stars, and I just stuck it in my binder. And again, like Tori Bissell was saying the other day when I was talking to you about this yesterday, this is like, it's like a pop-up book for adults because it's got stuff coming in and out and appearing in the top and, you know, that kind of thing. And it makes it more interesting. And sometimes everything is in the pocket, and sometimes it's out of the pocket like that. So I was going to show you the other 4x6. Here's where I used another one of those snap pockets. So it was on a 2 3x4s and a 4x6 page, and I just used the snap pocket so that I could get one more photo in. And then this is just paper. I could have done a journaling card, but the date is on there, and then I just journaled on the back of that. So that's another option. So anyway, enough about all that extra stuff because now I've taken extra time. But those are just ideas for things to do when you're trying to figure out. So one of the big takeaways here obviously is write yourself notes if you need to. And then this is what my layout looks like for today then. So I have this sitting across here. And you know, I'm seeing that Christmas behind here. I'm okay with that. You know, it could have been hidden if I had moved it over, but I like it centered on this photo. So this is what the 2 pieces side by side look like now. Well, they'll look like this, sorry. So, you know, I'm getting pieces of the photo behind, but I think this is just, again, it's interactive and it's fun. So I need to put a date on here and maybe a little bit of journaling. So I think that's it for the day. Hope you are all well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.